Yo, what is up, my dudes? I don't really want to go, and play more Death End Request 2 today. I wanted to tell you guys about my favorite characters from my favorite anime, Date Alive. Now, the first one is pretty obvious. It's my YouTube name, Kurumi. Kurumi is my main waifu, and she is mainly my favorite character ever since I first started the series. I always liked her. Now, first, some backstory about Kurumi, me and Kurumi's history. Some of you might not know this, but a long time before I ever watched the anime, I watched WatchMojo.com, and I remember having Kurumi as one of the characters being shown. And I said to myself, I don't think I'm ever going to like this chick because she's completely insane. And this was before I watched Elfen Lied, and then I watched Dead Alive right afterwards, a few months afterwards. But I don't know. It's mainly because Lucy kind of rubbed off on me that I'm just like, I don't really care if she's crazy. Same with Kurumi. Eventually, I learned to love yanderes and stuff, despite them being absolutely ballistically insane. I actually really love Kurumi, and I really like her character. I like her design, and I like her backstory as well. It's not as dark as Lucy's, which I will not be getting into hers, of course, because it's not relevant to the video. But Kurumi's backstory is pretty dark. She had a whole betrayal thing with Takamiya, and stuff. Kurumi's personality, though. Her personality is, of course, she's a yandere, just like Gasai. She's a yandere, and she can be fine one moment, and she goes absolutely crazy the next, similar to Gasai. And Kurumi's also very seductive. One sec, guys. Sorry, guys, I had to answer my parents' question really quick. But back to her personality. Kurumi is very seductive, and she's pretty freaking nice. So she goes into yandere mode, of course. And stuff, which I really like that for a female. I really like when they're a little seductive. A little bit crazy in the real world. I don't really mind. And Kurumi is also very dominant. One of the episodes makes it very clear about that, and I also really like that in a female as well. It's just always been a thing with me. I mainly am kind of the submissive type, and that's part of the reason why I like Kurumi as well, because she's like the opposite, basically. And yeah, my second favorite character is Toka. Toka is like very childish, and she can eat like a freaking truck and a ton of food. Basically, she can eat a whole freaking ton of food and still have energy to like fight and stuff, which is nice. But Toka is kind of childish. She's pretty nice, and she's kind of cute when she gets mad. I'm not gonna lie. Same with Kurumi. I forgot to mention that as well. Kurumi is also pretty cute when she gets mad as well. And stuff. And yeah. And of course, Toka has her inverse form, which I don't really want to talk about because it's a separate character entirely. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say about Toka. and she really likes going on dates with Shido, and stuff. My third favorite character is Origami. She's like this stoic type girl who is in like the AST army type thing before she backpedals and goes for the and she goes onto the protagonist's side as well. And she's very stoic and stuff, and she is literally one of the most thirstiest characters that I think I have almost ever seen in anime history. I only know like one more character who is as thirsty as she is. The whole freaking pee and in shitting quote from Origami. I will not go into it. Oh my god, I'm literally cracking up, dude. That is how thirsty this chick is, dude. She will literally say the most rancid shit. Raunchy shit in front of every frickin' buddy. In front of everyone, dude. Kids, just everyone, dude. It does not matter where she is. She will say it. She does not give a frick. Which is just insane. I just, oh my gosh, dude. And there's only one more character who says that type of stuff in the series as much as Origami. Which is just insane, man. Which brings me on to my fourth favorite, Nia. She's the one who literally says that stuff all the freaking time. Which is something that I really like about Nia as well. She says some of the most perverse crap in public and everything. And she says that crap most of the time, which I really enjoy about her. She even went onto this whole spiel about Shido actually, about Shido not reacting to her pressing her breasts against him and stuff, and she even made a big boob joke and a butt joke as well, which is hilarious. I freaking love that about Nia. Part of me wishes Kurumi was that way. I wish she was more into like the whole sexual type stuff. Me being a guy, I'm really into that. If you're a female, I mean, it makes sense to be into that. It's pretty obvious why, but I might have to edit that out later. Ignore that last part, guys. But it's freaking true. I'm sorry. And on to my fifth favorite character, Mukuru. This chick goes full yandere mode, which I didn't even really notice until one of my friends pointed it out. She goes completely yandere mode and blocks all of the character's memories from Shido, basically, and basically only wants Shido for herself, which is typical yandere. Basically, personalities, basically. And Mukuru is also this, like, stoic, really just... At first, she was this very closed-off individual. I won't say why, because that is spoiler territory for Season 4. So if you want to know why she's that closed off, go watch the freaking anime. But yeah, eventually, Shido switches her around, and her personality goes to, like, a complete 180. She's very open about what she wants, and she eventually, and she's just this very strong individual, and she's just and she's just pretty insane person. Pretty insane. Well, I mean, that is kind of a personality trait, so I'm not really bluffing about that, or whole yandere point. And she's just, I don't know, I think she's pretty interesting and all that. But yeah, that's probably going to be it though, guys. And if you want me to eventually go into my least favorite characters for the series, I might as well do that eventually as well. But today, I wanted to go over my 5 favorite characters and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, sorry about the interruption. I just had to answer something about something earlier. But yeah, until next time, guys, peace out.